your expertise gives them a look at so many options that most of us wouldn't even consider, I think. Is that right? Hi, I'm Craig Wilson. There are mum and dad investors all over the country who are no longer getting a viable return on the rent for their investment because the houses have gone up in price so much over the years and the rent hasn't followed it along. So what do you do? Well, to help us unlock those answers, we're lucky enough to be joined in the studio again today by Shanae Berghorst from Lifetime. She's a financial planner, so yeah, got all the right expertise there. Thanks for coming in, Shanae. Let's take a theoretical example. I bought a house in Taihape 10 years ago for $250,000. I was getting $250 a week rent for it. 10 years later, it's worth $700,000, but I'm only getting $300 a week rent. So that doesn't stack up anymore. So I sold the house, got all this equity. What do I do with the money? Put it in the bank? It's safe there, right?
Well, that's certainly an option. Most investors understand property and cash and don't really know what our other options are on where to invest. Cash is certainly an option. What it means is we're not going to get a very good return. So we need to make sure we're thinking about all the other options or where we could get a better return, still being relatively safe, just so we've got that little bit of extra money to live off that we were getting from the growth and the property previously.
So is that really setting up an investment portfolio and sitting down with you and working out the best way to go forward with that?
Yeah, so it's looking at, we obviously need an income. We also need to keep the investments growing and getting a good return, making sure it's suitable for what our needs are, when we're going to start spending the capital, what kind of an income we need off it. And again, just making sure that it's relatively safe and comfortable for the investor as well.
I think sort of most people who have an investment property or whatever have sort of a pretty reasonable understanding of, you know, what's going to happen to their money and that sort of thing. But really, your expertise gives them a look at so many options that most of us wouldn't even consider, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, properties are most commonly talked about. Bank accounts aren't going to get us a very good return. So my job is to explain what the other options are. And once they get to see those options, they're generally more comfortable. Right now, they don't know what they are. So chat with me and maybe they can have a better understanding about what those options are.